What's good, fam? We are watching a massive global shift unfold in real time as the boy from Toronto officially gets kicked out of his seat at the high table of international culture. Anyone who thought this Kendrick beef stayed inside the rap world clearly missed the savage move the president of FIFA just made on the world stage. Gianni Infantino is moving like a certified Kendrick fan, and his recent actions are easily the most disrespectful thing I have seen in 2026. While the OVO camp hoped their leader would reclaim his status, the game ended the moment the most powerful man in international sports started trolling him. Control slipped away from the OVO camp on March 8th of 2026, which is when Gianni Infantino broke his silence on Instagram in an incredibly disrespectful way. A fan asked him whether he preferred Kendrick or Drake for the World Cup final, and he refused to give a safe corporate response. Instead of playing both sides, Infantino posted a shushing emoji next to a world emoji to tell the Toronto rapper to stay quiet. That cold-blooded reaction signaled that the real winners are taking the stage while Drake gets left behind in the dust. Nobody can blame a random social media intern for this, because the pattern actually began much earlier in the week. On March 3rd, the FIFA president shared footage of himself walking through MetLife Stadium to inspect the progress for the upcoming big game. The wildest part involved the music selection, since he used a mashup of Not Like Us and First Person Shooter for the background audio. No executive in the music industry would ever make a direct comparison like that by accident during a major rollout. Industry experts view this social media activity as a calculated response to the outcome of the 2024 beef. FIFA is using Drake's current reputation as a punchline to drive global engagement. Millions of views flooded that MetLife video because the public enjoys watching a giant fall. The organization is feeding that energy to keep the North American market excited. The speed of this narrative flip is truly wild because FIFA understands the power of playing that specific Kendrick anthem right now. Not Like Us serves as the official theme song for anyone winning against the odds. Hearing it during a stadium walkthrough feels like a direct strike to the OVO brand. Even though Drake attempted to pivot with those recent snippets and his new branding, the world refuses to buy it since the culture moved on months ago. FIFA functions as a massive machine that only follows the money and the influence, and currently all that power sits squarely on Kendrick's side of the fence. Millions of people are watching the FIFA president dance on his grave, which proves that the failed response from the Toronto rapper carries permanent consequences. The true power play came to light on March 4th of 2026 when Infantino hosted a high-level meeting at the FIFA headquarters located in Zurich. Representatives from Roc Nation attended that meeting to discuss a massive expansion of the Super Bowl entertainment model for the global stage. Jay-Z and his team have been running the halftime show for the NFL for years, and they are now bringing that same intensity to the World Cup. This situation creates a nightmare for Drake because Roc Nation manages Kendrick Lamar and serves as the primary consultant for the 2026 halftime show. While the boy tries to leak songs to stay relevant, Kendrick is being positioned as the face of the biggest sporting event on the planet. Reports from that meeting suggest that FIFA offered Kendrick a record-breaking $15 million fee to headline the final at MetLife Stadium on July 19th of 2026. Having Jay-Z involved as a consultant for this global event represents a massive win for Kendrick and the entire PG Lang camp. This move feels like a direct continuation of the momentum from Kendrick's successful Super Bowl set in February of 2025. He proved he could handle the pressure of a massive audience. FIFA wants that same level of cultural impact, so they are willing to pay a premium to secure the man who actually won the war. Seeing the FIFA boss and the Roc Nation team together in Zurich provides the ultimate sign that the industry has finally chosen its side. Drake got relegated to the background while the adults in the room started making deals that will define the next decade of entertainment. The coordination between FIFA and Roc Nation shows they are looking to institutionalize the beef as part of the marketing for the entire tournament. Kendrick evolved beyond being just a rapper because he now represents a global ambassador for the culture, while Drake looks like a legacy act. That is not something people used to care about. Power shifted completely inside that Zurich headquarters because Jay-Z is currently drawing up the master plan for hip-hop in front of 4 billion football fans. This decision cements Kendrick as the only real choice for that international platform, and it means Drake has no ground left to talk about his streaming stats or popularity. A $15 million performance fee makes it clear that Kendrick is the top-tier artist in hip-hop today. While the boy is out here fumbling to find one song that actually stays on the charts, Kendrick is getting ready for the biggest broadcast in the history of the world. FIFA is not just looking at the songs, they are acknowledging a massive cultural win that started in the streets and ended in the highest corporate boardrooms. When Infantino posted that shishing emoji, it signaled the start of a complete wipeout of any OVO influence regarding the World Cup. The entire industry is moving right now to distance itself from the loser of the beef. Kendrick holds all the control with support from the most influential industry players, and that creates a distance Drake can never fix with weak leaks or petty Instagram captions. Everything is set for the July 19th date, which will be the final victory lap for Kendrick Lamar. Rolling Stone dropped a massive bombshell on February 18th of 2026 that reveals exactly how much respect the Six God has lost lately. This report detailed his actual involvement in the upcoming tournament, and the news sounds incredibly embarrassing for the OVO camp. FIFA reportedly offered Drake a legacy slot in the opening ceremony instead of the prestigious halftime show position he probably expected. Feeling like a total slap in the face, the offer targets a man who once controlled the entire industry. Legacy slots usually go to artists who are considered past their prime, and Drake belongs in that category now. The situation gets even more savage because the opening ceremony offer only happens if Drake agrees to participate in a tournament featuring a Kendrick-led halftime show. Insiders describe this as a no-win trap for the Toronto rapper because saying yes means admitting Kendrick is the bigger star. If he decides to say no, he misses out on the biggest global platform in sports history. Looking back at May of 2024 shows just how far Drake has fallen since Infantino spent time posting photos with him. Official statements from the FIFA president claimed football unites the world back then, but the temperature shifted once the beef started getting real. Before we move on and see how Drake's ego officially fumbled his corporate bag, tell me what y'all think. Is this tournament offer a straight-up trap, or is the boy just scared of Kendrick? Tell me in the comments, no cap. While you at it, like and subscribe, and let's get back to why his credibility is currently in the dirt. Failed responses and those constant Iceman delays destroyed his credibility with global organizers who do not have time for his antics. These massive corporations clearly see that Kendrick holds the cultural momentum and the respect of real fans, while Drake gets treated like a museum exhibit. It is a cold reality for the Toronto rapper to realize his influence in the sports world is evaporating because he could not handle the heat. Every time Drake leaks a new snippet or acts unbothered on his story, these global partners lean even further into the Kendrick camp. They want stability, and the person who currently wins the hearts of the youth. Leaked internal memos circulating among industry insiders show that the numbers behind this decision are more calculated than anyone realized. These documents point to the 1.5 billion streams Kendrick and Drake generated in 2024 as the ultimate proof of commercial power. FIFA is not just playing favorites for fun, but they are looking at raw data and seeing that this beef represents a gold mine. This realization sparked a pivot in their partnership with Global Citizen, which originally started in September of 2024 to fight poverty. Infantino transformed that mission into a cultural showdown designed to attract younger viewers who are obsessed with the drama. The strategy shifted again on February 24th of 2026 when Infantino met with Apple Music executives to secure exclusive streaming rights. They discussed the World Cup halftime series, which aims to turn the performance into a cinematic event with Kendrick occupying the center. Rumors about a potential battle of the brand's marketing campaign started flying by March 5th of 2026. This campaign would feature OVO and PG Lang for exclusive merchandise, forcing Drake to share the spotlight with the man who took his crown. Industry leaders treat their beef like a high-stakes athletic competition where only one person can walk away as the champion. It is a genius move from a business perspective, but seeing his personal losses turned into the marketing strategy for jerseys feels exhausting. FIFA is making it clear that the beef is the biggest selling point they have for the North American market right now. They intend to squeeze every single dollar out of this rivalry before the final whistle blows. Kendrick and his PG Lang brand received the same level of respect as a major sports franchise, while OVO looks like a struggling challenger. This cultural showdown will likely become the most watched event in sports history because Kendrick won the round that mattered most. Infantino is playing for keeps with this rap diplomacy strategy, and he is turning this beef into a permanent piece of the FIFA legacy. He realized that the drama between Kendrick and Drake is the perfect fuel to turn that July 19th final into the most watched event in human history. By making this rivalry part of the institution, FIFA is making sure even people who do not care about soccer will be tuned in to see this cultural war, while Drake is out here fumbling with that Iceman rebrand and those weird snippet leaks that nobody wanted. Kendrick has become the only choice for the global stage. International organizers and critics agree that Kendrick represents the actual heart of the culture, while Drake is looking like a corporate mascot who lost his spark. That July 19th date in 2026 is the final resolution to this conflict, and Kendrick is obviously the one holding the upper hand in those meetings. He is the one pulling in those record-breaking offers, while Drake is getting offered a legacy slot that basically feels like a participation trophy. This move by FIFA proves that Kendrick Lamar's victory has moved past the music industry and straight into the world of global sports and international diplomacy. That is a massive level of influence that most artists could only dream of reaching, and it shows that the world finally values authenticity over a curated image. Drake thought he could just buy his way back to the top, but the global community is showing him that respect is earned through the work and not just the numbers. Moving this whole thing into the World Cup arena is the final confirmation that the power has shifted for good. Kendrick is standing on business at the highest level, and he is doing it without any of those thirsty marketing tactics we see coming from the OVO camp every day. The boy from Toronto is trying to act like his Iceman persona is some kind of evolution, but he is just frozen out of the conversation that actually matters. When you have the president of the largest sporting organization in the world trolling you on Instagram, you know the vibes are beyond repair for real. Kendrick does not need to release a single snippet to stay relevant because the biggest stages in the world are already being built for him. July 19th is going to be a day of reckoning for anyone who thought Drake could still claim the throne after the embarrassment he suffered in 2024. The world has chosen its champion, and it definitely isn't the guy making dance videos in a mansion. That billion stream strategy is working exactly how FIFA intended, and it leaves Drake in a position where he is just a supporting character in the story of Kendrick Lamar. Before we move on to see Kendrick handle this $15 million stage, tell me what you all think about Drake taking a massive loss by accepting that legacy slot. Tell me in the comments, no cap, and while you are at it, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more heat. The whole world is watching right now, and it looks like the victory lap is just getting started for the man from Compton. The rap diplomacy of Gianni Infantino has officially crowned a winner, and Drake is left out in the cold without a jacket to keep him warm. Kendrick Lamar has proven that being the best lyricist in the world can open doors that money simply cannot touch. This World Cup is going to be the biggest moment in hip-hop history, and it is all thanks to the fact that Kendrick stood his ground. The cultural showdown is about to reach its peak on the global stage, and we are all here to witness the final outcome. Stay tuned because the drama is only going to get crazier as we get closer to that kickoff at MetLife Stadium.